What's up, y'all? It's your girl Drea Kay back with another episode of Let's Tell a Story.
Let's tell
I have
one.
here.
You know, you rocking with that nation, Fire Life. You
What's
know,
up, Nilly?
what's good, man? It's been a minute. It's been like a week.
Yeah, it's been like a week or so
It's been like a week
since we've last spoke.
You know, but yeah, man. Once again, shout out to the varsity. Shout out to my boy CJ for inviting me. That performance was crazy.
Definitely.
A lot of dope artists, a lot of dope talent for sure.
Do you regularly attend events like that?
Do
you
I
try to?
I definitely try to. Most importantly, I just be ducked off trying to work. You know, I've been on as of late. I've been like to myself working on behind the scenes things like administrative things and just like perfecting my craft, getting my pen together. But yeah, I try to step out as much as possible. You know, definitely support the local acts, cause you know. We all got to support each other in order to make this grow. You got to pay it forward. You can't expect somebody to come out to your show if you don't like help somebody else's and stuff. So I'm all about support for sure.
So being in the house, cause I'm a homebody myself.
Homebody.
Being in the house, do you feel like sometimes you're very alone? Do you get very lonely and feel like, maybe I need to get out, maybe I need to go out and do something just to keep you sane in a sense?
Just a little bit, you know. You got to play the game, you know. You got to be seen, step out, you know, be heard, shake hands, talk to people, you know. But I'm really not the most friendly person.
Why?
Know? Just because people be so flawed and fake. like people be so bullshit. Like people will say one thing and behind the scene they plot on something else, and I'm not really with the fake shit like at all. Excuse my language, mama, but I'm not really with that fake energy. I'm real big on energy. Like you put off an aura, because I feel like I have a really good sense of discernment. So like I can feel like when the energy is good, like I rock with you because I already know it's 100. So if it wasn't, I would feel that, and I wouldn't even fake. And I'm not good at faking. Like if it's not natural, then I can't do it. So that's why I'm more so by myself. But you know, I can be around others as well, because you know this is the nature of the business.
So what do you do when you're in a situation where your discernment is kind of off? Like when that energy and that vibe is off. Like what do you do? Remove
myself
immediately.
ASAP. Because at the end of the day, I feel like what's for me is gonna be for me. I trust my instincts, and 9 times out of 10 I'll be right. It's seldom when I'm wrong, you know, because I just think that's God telling me I don't need to be in certain situations. There's been many a situation where me and my friends been there, and I'm just like, yo, I'm out.
Tell me about it. Tell me about a situation, because I recently had that experience as well, so I kind of want to see what it was like for you.
I remember when what is it? It's a club. My partner Mo used to own a club called Vice. But Vice got shut down. Rest in peace to Vice, man. Vice was some crazy nice. But it was one time where I just wasn't feeling it. Something just told me, Chanel, you need to go home. So I went home, and then like lo and behold, there was like a shooting there and something like that. And like I don't know, I've always felt I was called by God, and He always like steering my path. So I dipped, and that happened. Lord knows what would have happened if I would have stayed there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's just one of the many instances in which I feel like I'm pushed to do the right thing. I'm pushed to get out of the way of like bad situations, and it's only God. You know, I'm just walking.
So how does that discernment work when you go into business deals? Have you had that experience while trying to close a deal? Or
Absolutely, but you know, my mom always told me a hard head make a soft ass.
Always.
Sometimes I go against what I feel, and I just be like, nah, it can't be that. And sometimes that led me to get messed over in business deals and scammed out of bread, scammed out of opportunities, tricked out of my position to do something that's not me, finessed in a situation. So kind of I'm more reserved now because of those situations in the past. But I mean, it's for the better, because like for the most part of my career, I've been a one-man band. I book my own shows. I set up everything. I write the treatment for my own music videos. I write for other artists. I send the 50 emails. I remember for the longest, I would send emails in third person. How you doing? My name is Mike Scott, and I represent Nilly Nation. And we have an artist, Nilly, who was on VH1. You see what I'm saying? Like just for better, because I've always been business minded, even since young. So, my past failures have molded like my business sense now to be cognizant of all the things, and don't put nothing past nobody, because even the ones you think you could count on, they'll mess you over. So that's what type of time I'll be on.
So how has trusting people kind of led you in different directions when it comes to making those decisions, or are you just really just cautious?
I wouldn't even say cautious, because I'm trying to take more risks nowadays, but I'm just reserved in the sense of I don't know. It's just I always can sense it. Like I don't question myself anymore. Like it will always tell me what it needs to be. So when I step into a situation, I already know what it is, because God has put that discernment in me to make that judgment call. So now it's to the point to where like I'm big on taking risk. I'm big on stepping outside the box, because I feel like certain situations in the past have boxed me in. But I'm ready to prove to everybody that I'm not just limited to one style of music, one style of flow, one style or anything. Just I got a lot of versatility in me. So nowadays it's just about taking risks.
So what's your vibe when it comes to your music? Like when you're writing music, when you're listening to a beat, when you're just getting in that vibe, what is that vibe for you?
Well, first and foremost, the music speaks first. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Not that I can't do it, because I've done it before. I wrote the song and then pieced it to music. But I feel like there's a lot of times when you hear artists, and you hear songs, and it's not in unison with each other. It's like words over a beat, and it's not one. Like one thing I say about Travis Scott, like no matter what he's talking about,
the connection,
his vibe and his key is in unison with the song, and it's like they were made at the same time. They probably was, but I'm trying to take more risks, like talk about things I haven't talked about, but in a sense it starts with the music. Like if the beat ain't fire, I'm not
touching it.
Right. Like, the beat gotta be raw, the beat gotta speak to me. When I listen to the beat, it's gonna tell me a subject matter. And then nowadays it's like perfecting the hook. I feel like I write a 128 bar verse, but the hook is the thing that resonates with people, especially nowadays with the thriving. Look at all the hottest people: the Baby, Roddy Ricch, Drake, of course, Future, like all of these. You all right?
Drake just does something to my soul.
I could tell. That's why I gotta get signed out OVO so I can plug you in.
Please do.
Drake, what's popping?
Please do. Don't
what's
forget.
Popping? I rap, I sing. I'm
Drake, hello.
Yeah, but versatility is key. So I want a beat that's versatile as well, so I can do a little different things. Cause I might rap on a song, I might sing on a song. So that beat just gotta be fire.
So the type of beats that you choose, like where do the beats come from? What producers do you work with? What producers do you want to work with?
Ooh wee, I'm about to apply some pressure. Cardo Got Wings, man, what's popping? I've been at your top. Shout out to Cardo Got Wings out of Dallas. He actually produced God's Plan with Drake, with Boy Wonder. That's somebody I definitely want to work with. We've been in communication, definitely trying to solidify that. So Cardo, get at me.
Come on, get at him, please.
My guy Chop Squad, he produced my song All the Time featuring King Los. Great production. He produced Power Glide by Ray Shrimmer. That's just one of the many things. He good with T Grizzly and Lil Durk. I definitely want to continue to work with him. Shout out to my boy Ozzy Track. He produced my song Thank God Get Money. It's one of my most well received songs. Definitely want to keep working with him. And there's many producers. Shout out Will Schuler, who produced Better Than Bad featuring Maxo Cream.
Shout out.
You know, this I don't just work with one person. It's got to be because at the end of the day, different producers have different vibes that they specialize in. So, you know, definitely like I want to be versatile in my music. I want the beats to be versatile. I want to, when I'm feeling like I want to talk about a woman, I want a smooth beat. You know, when I want to turn up, I want turn up trap beat. When I want to actually talk and say a message, I want a laid back beat with some tempo to it, so people could bob their head to it. So, you know, multiple people that I look up to in the music game. But yeah, we about to get this working. We about to get this working for sure.
How important is it to keep those relationships going with those different type of producers?
It's more important than the music.
Very.
It's more important than the music. Like my daddy always told me, sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. Exactly. Like, they got a lot of artists out here that music is not raw. You know what I'm saying? I support everybody, you know what I'm saying? The grind is the grind, but a lot of artists, if they got on because of that business acumen and those business relationships that they maintain. So, you know, who am I to not keep a relationship? And nobody wants to work with somebody who always wants something. Sometimes you just gotta hit somebody up and say, hey, how have you been? How's the family? You know, Happy New Year to you. Yeah. Like, you know, that type of stuff goes a long way, because nobody wants to feel like the relationship is parasitic. Like it's just like you just take. It's got to be a mutual relationship. It's got to be give and take. What do you have to offer? You don't want to always be the one that's pulling away from it. What do you have to offer? You know, I might hit up somebody inquiring about like a placement in a magazine, but I might help that person promote an article that ain't got nothing to do with me. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm always giving, like, as much as I can. If I have friends that have gifts, I want to highlight those as well. I'm trying to be the LeBron James of my circle, you know, like LeBron, like one of the coldest, like he's probably one of the best basketball players ever, you know. Shout out to Bron, you know, in the league.
Bron.
Well, I shout out LeBron so many times in my songs. But, you know, it's not even the fact of what he's doing, like 17 years in the game, still in his prime. It's the fact that he empowered his day ones, his guys, you know, Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, you know, they're CEOs of his business. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to do with my guys. So, it's all gonna stem from the music first, but that business acumen always gonna get you a lot further than a bar or a hook can get you, for sure.
You feel like God put you in this position for that specific reason?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Music is just an instrument. Like, it's just an instrument. God did not put me in this position to make songs. It's it's way deeper than that. It's way deeper than that, because making the songs is not my purpose. Changing lives, that's my purpose. This is just the avenue to glorify what he wants me to do. You know, it's not the excitement of, come on now.
Call the Holy Ghost.
Come on now. You know,
Amen.
This real talk. It's fire life, you know. So, you know, God didn't send me here to make songs. He sent me here to change lives. So,
exactly.
So it's not like, although I appreciate when people say, yo, man, that hook was crazy. You know, that I like the way how you switched up the song. The song was crazy. What keeps me up at 4 a.m, like we were talking about earlier, doing it, is when the person hits me up and be like, yo, your song got me through a tough time in my life. You know, your song, seeing you stay at it time and time again, makes me want to keep doing what I'm doing. It ain't even got to be music. It could be a 9 to 5. It could be dealing. It could be parenting your children. It could be like just like life lessons. I try to lead by example with always sticking to it and never stopping and always progressing, because at the end of the day, I want my next project to be 10 times better than my last. And I always pride myself on being able to, you know, we could turn up, we could have a good time, but I'm gonna leave something with you. It ain't gonna just be like he was lit. It's gonna be like, man, that do something special, you know. And
building
I get that
foundation.
I get that a lot, because the real is always gonna last. You look at the people who was here We in 2020. You look at the people that was here in 2010, and they still lasting. The real gonna always survive. That popcorn gimmick stuff, that's cool for the moment, but the real is always gonna survive. Shout out to J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Two of my main influences. Greats. We still waiting on that collab album. I've been waiting for 7 years. Man, make that happen. Come on, TDE. Come on, Dreamville.
Hello.
Put me on a track. Yeah. But
so, since this show is called Let's Tell a Story,
let's do it.
Tell me a story about a time where God wasn't in your life.
I cannot. I've been at it since jump. Like, oh no, Sherelle don't play them games. My mama, choir director. My dad was like a senior deacon. When I was 8 months, I almost died. I had surgery on my head. Had a subdural hematoma, which means I had a blood clot in my head. So God saved me when I was 8 months. Doctor said he didn't even operate on kids. 50-50 chance to live, 26 years later, we still out here about you, you know what I'm saying? So there was never a time, even when I was down bad, doubting myself, doing God knows what, he was always with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot function without him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the type of person to act like, no, this was me. No, I put my city on my back. I be feeling like that at times, but I always get a reality check. Yo,
always.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'm right here. I never leave your side.
You ever experienced a reality check? Was there a time where you were kind of getting full of yourself and you had to get right back to reality?
A lot earlier. When I first started doing music, I had a lot of people around me that kind of gas me up, kind of be like, oh my God, you're so amazing. Luckily my dad would always be like, all right, you straight, but you got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? Come on, give us a little, I'm about to put you on the spot.
Don't put me on the spot, Nilly. Okay, man. I'm nervous. I'm not. I used to use that excuse all the time. I'm nervous. Leave me alone.
I don't know. I just used to not just want to do that because people would always be like, "Oh, you the rapper, do rap." I'm like, nah.
Why do people do that?
I don't know. It's just like if you see one of your favorite comedians, like if you run into Kevin Hart and he just so happened to not be funny, like you're gonna be thrown off. Like if you go to a basketball game, you see your favorite athlete and he on the bench, like it's just like, yo, like, because we get fascinated with not just the person, but what the person does, and we feel like what the person does is their contribution to our lives. So like it's cool when I see my pastor, preach, but if I see my pastor in the grocery store, it's kind of just like, all right, you see what I'm saying? Like people don't be thinking about that type of stuff, but it's just like,
he's a regular person.
Exactly, and that's why I always but on the flip side of that one opportunity might be that opportunity of a lifetime. You might impact a person's life. So like if that person goes, yo, I'm a big fan, can you rap something for me? I'm gonna at least give him an 8 bar, like, because I'm a rapper. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I see both sides of it.
So tell me about the direction that you're trying to go in with your new music. Like, are you more so trying to make a bigger impact, or is this something that you're doing for the moment?
It's never the moment. I'm not consumed with the moment. The moment will come and the moment will go. So it's always a bigger impact. It's always, what can I do better? I appreciate all the compliments that I get on my music, but I even appreciate more the constructive criticism. The people saying this was good, but you could have did this a little better. Your sound could have been blended a little bit better here. You could have got such and such on the song. You could have, that's the stuff that fuel me, because I feel like I'm being challenged. And and you can't grow until you go to an unfamiliar place. Like, you can't grow in the same spot.
That.
It just don't make sense. It don't make literal sense. Like, how do you grow if you stay in the same level? Like, and I'm all about growth. I never was somebody who was fascinated with local success. That just didn't do it for me. Because as soon as I decided I wanted to be a rapper, Grammys, platinum albums, world tours was the thing that was on my radar. You know what I'm saying? And then I watched the Drake interview, and he said his appetite for success grew. You know, all of a sudden he the millionaire in the room, but he's still the brokest in the room. Like, that just sparked him to be a multi-millionaire and things like that. That's what I'm in it for. I'm in it for the greatness, so I can go back to my circle and be like, yo, you know, I was just playing spades with y'all. You see what I'm saying? We was just plotting on splitting a $5 Little Caesars. Man, we used to struggle, like, you know what I'm saying? But now, like, we in mansions, yachts, and we joking about the finer things in life because we worked hard. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's gonna be my appetite for being great that's gonna push me to the next level, because I've never been satisfied with anything. It's always more. It's always more you can do. My dad always told me, if Jordan in the gym taking shots, and he the greatest player to ever do it, what makes you think you shouldn't be going to work on your left? Like, you see what I'm saying? And I translate that to everything: music, business, just hand-in-hand relationships, you know, go over and beyond, because it's going to come one time to where you're not going to be the flavor of the day. You're not going to be what's sought after. You're not going to be the in crowd. You're going to be on who was. What impact would you have left? Were you just focused on the moment, or were you focused on longevity and making sure that you can set yourself up for generational success? So a lot of people not on it. It's just about the moment. And the moment is cool, but 10 years down the line, who going to have the last laugh? That's what I'm focused on.
So what would you say was your growing moment? Like, what moment or experience in your life just kind of catapulted you in this direction that you're going in?
My growing moment was being on national TV and seeing my opportunity in my hands, literally in my hands, and slip out. Like, literally. That's a blessing and a curse. You know, I used to always say, if I ever make it big, if I ever, you know, be on national TV, Rick Ross saying Nilly Nation, you know, it's no more if. Now it's when. Now it's when. And then at the same time being on that plateau to where I felt unstoppable, and then not getting the final goal and prize, that hit me hard. That's like, you still got a lot of shit to work on. You know, it's never that good. Like, even when I go platinum, even when I go on world tour, it's gonna be things to work on. Always, you know. And I get excited just thinking about how people are reacting to what I'm doing now, because if they only knew what I'm about to do, that's what the capability. Iron sharpens iron, you know. So I always gotta feel like I can never be the smartest person in the room, ever. Even if I feel like I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm trying to seek. I'm gonna stoop myself down to learn, you know, to listen. My dad always said, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Hello.
You need to be listening twice as much. You don't know everything, because a man that thinks he knows everything knows nothing. So, you know, I'm always trying to learn, just like I said earlier, to grow, because I know I have something way bigger destined for me. And these life experiences every day, you know, mold that. Our conversation right now is molding what I'm about to do after, you know, and I would hope that what I'm saying is doing the same thing for you, and likewise.
Definitely.
Bad.
Definitely. So where do you get your inspiration from, as well as what feeds your knowledge each and every day?
Okay. Inspiration, you want to talk about rap wise or just in general?
I want to say in general. Because not only do you rap, not only do you sing, you write. You write for other people. Like, yes. What inspires you?
What inspires me is what inspires others, if that makes sense. Like, what inspires me is to watch other people and how it moves them. I study a lot of performances. I watch a lot of my top 5 performances. I ain't say top 5. Some of my greatest performances I've ever seen is J. Cole at the Late Show when he did the Be Free. He had the hoodie on, and everybody was zoomed in on what he was saying. Countless amounts of Kendrick Lamar performances. Travis Scott move a crowd like no other. Like, it's not even the words that he's saying, it's his energy and everything. You know, even like the playful nature of the baby, like all of these things I'm picking up. Like, I'm taking notes. You see what I'm saying? Like if you were getting ready for a test, you would go to SI sessions, you would read over notes, you would study the material so you get that A. My A is my performance on stage, and knowing that everybody was rocking with what I was doing. So in order for me to be great, I have to study the greats in order to do that. So dang, I feel like I went on a tangent. I forgot the question.
So on a personal level, what feeds your knowledge?
What feeds my knowledge? Okay, you know, just trying to leave a legacy of being better. You know, I love rap. Like, rap chose me before I chose rap. You know, I coming up with myself 12 years ago, you couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be in the NBA. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be in the NBA.
A baller.
You know, but music kind of just, you know, called me. So now I don't want to look back with regret. So I'm trying to seize the day, like me trying to do as many things as possible the right way. Like Rick Ross said, I don't want to move fast, I want to move correctly. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people that's doing things fast, but they cutting corners, that's going to catch up to them. I would rather, if it takes me 10 years to do what I need to do and it's done correctly, then so be it. You know, people just want quick, fast, in a hurry, but the grind, the journey towards that is the thing that's going to get me there. So my thirst for knowledge is just taking note of greatness around me, taking note of greatness amongst the people who influence me, and then applying that to my day-to-day, every day, so that I can one day be like them and surpass them. Yeah. So
I know for me, I feel as though a lot of creative people have a lot of layers to themselves.
Facts.
It's like, for me, I'm always trying to feed my spirit. I'm always trying to feed my creativity.
Come on.
Always trying to feed my mind, my intelligence.
Right.
So how do you kind of balance your time throughout the days just to feed all of those layers of yourself?
Well, speaking about feeding all the layers, you know, it's like your actual, you know, what are you hungry for? You know, quite
in that
literally,
moment, yeah.
Quite literally, like when you are ready to eat, you're gonna eat. Like, when you need to eat, you will eat. I feel like, and that kind of coincides with like discernment and things. Like I will find myself doing what I need to do. It's just, you know, we are all creatures of habit. When you create good habits, they tend to manifest in your life, and you gain results from them. Like, I don't know how, but I find myself watching motivational interviews.
Right.
I find myself watching the Gary V's, watching my friend, my brother, Greg Tarzan Davis speaking motivational speeches. I find myself listening to sermons from T.D. Jakes. Shout out to T.D. Jakes, man.
I love him.
Yeah, he changed my life. I can be on the Explore page and I see his bald head sweating, talking about delivery.
In them suits.
Yeah, you know, shout out to T.D. Jakes. You know, I moved to Dallas after Katrina, so like we was at the Potter's house.
The Potter's house.
Yes.
What was that like? I want to know.
Okay, so traffic, stupid. Crazy.
Wow.
Who would have think that it's traffic to pull up to church? Like literally, traffic was crazy at the Potter's house, but it was always worth it. You go in that church, like it's like thousands of people at church, thousands of people, but you feel like he talking directly to you. Yeah. It's crazy. But yeah,
what other pastors do you watch or listen to?
Pastors, of course, Daryl Brister. You know, that's my pastor from coming up, Beacon Light in New Orleans. You know, Marvin Sapp he's not just an artist. He will tell a
anointed
sermon. He will tell a sermon. And he got a young dude, dang, I don't even know his name. It's a young dude. He be dressing fly.
You better not say Mike Todd.
Mike Todd. Yes. His youth, his vigor.
I love him.
You know, the fact that he is in your face with it.
Oh my God.
Like, he is very current.
In your chest.
I feel like he's a pioneer for today's listener. Because a lot of times people feel like church and religion is like past. That's what my grandmama, you know. He is like, yo, I'm young, I'm fresh, and you know, I love the Lord. So, you know, he always pop up on my timeline.
Always.
So yeah, but yeah, those are some dope people I listen to from time to time. Away from the religion, just from a business perspective, you know, I listen to a lot of E.T. Eric Thomas, motivational for sure. A lot of Gary V. Gary V, the type of person, he'd be like, yo, just get off your ass, go sell some magazines and make your dreams come true. Like,
get this money.
I like that because my dad never sugarcoated nothing. Like, it was always real talk. It was always, man, you need to get your shit together. So I like people to, you know, talk that talk and actually stand on it. You know, these are people who are constantly thriving within their own right. So I feel like iron sharpens iron. So I'm always trying to be around somebody that's getting it, because at the end of the day, if you getting it around me, you are a product of your environment no matter what. So if you getting it around me, I have no choice but to get it because you getting it right next to me. So yeah.
So where did you develop your entrepreneur spirit from?
Entrepreneurship, you know, partially my pop. I remember my dad used to sell throwback jerseys out the trunk of his car.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And like I used to be like, why is he doing that? But I saw the money he was getting, and then I was like, yo, I want to do that. So I used to sell for him at my school and be like, yo, I got that Brett Favre with the Jets, you know. like it was exclusive, and I just knew people, you know, and I had a way with words. Always, obviously I had a way with words, so I was able to sell like jerseys and stuff, you know. And then I kind of just adapted that into school, you know. And nowadays I sell merch, you know. I sell music, you know, and people buy it. So obviously I'm doing something right. But, you know, I've always been under the mindset of one day I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to get up when I want to get up. I'm going to make money in my sleep. And I've always been striving to be there. You know, the 9 to 5, you know, I don't knock it. That's people's lives. At the end of the day, bread is bread. You got to do what you got to do to get what you need. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I'm going to have comfort in knowing that I make my own schedule, that I dictate my lifestyle, and that I can create a better opportunity for myself. I don't have to wait on a corporation from a CEO who don't even know who I am. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to be that CEO, and then not only am I going to employ others, but I'm going to empower them to start their own corporations. And then I'm just on a whole different type of time, you know. It gotta be that. It gotta be that now. I gotta see myself in that now. So when it does happen, I'm not out of place. This is what I always plan for. I'm not gonna be that person that hop on the Grammy stage and be like, I never thought in my wildest. No. I prayed on this. I manifested this. I'm here now, and I'll see you next year. Like, so that's what type of time I'm gonna be on.
So, what's next for Nilly? What's next for Nilly Nation?
We getting our business together. You know, Nilly Nation right now is just me, but Nilly Nation is gonna turn into Five Life Entertainment. Five Life Entertainment. We will be managing artists. We're using me as a litmus test. You know, I'm taking all the jabs and stuff from the industry so that we can learn. And then once we learn, and once we have the proof and the product of my music and my following and things of that nature, then we are going to pull up other people to do the same. It was always my goal to start my own record label, but I understand that, you know, one step at a time, we gotta lead with the music. Like Brian said, the basketball is always first, you know, because my other businesses wouldn't work if my basketball wasn't in order. So we're focusing on me right now, but it's the goal for Five Life Entertainment, you know, to employ not only just rappers, not only just singers, business people. We want to have a sports agency. We want to have a modeling agency, you know, and I'm going to pull up my guys who are doing the knowledge and doing the reading. Shout out to the people that read. It's very important.
Reading is fundamental,
okay? You know, and purposeful reading. Read about the things you're interested about. But yeah, I got my guys. They're doing the knowledge. And they're doing the research on what they need to do, because it's gonna come a time to where like I'm in position, be like, yo, boom, Shellin, I need this, boom, Justin, I need this, Jordan, I need this, Greg, I need this, Shaq, I need this. So we all grinding within our own right, and then it's all gonna coincide, and then Five Life Entertainment gonna be like the biggest thing in music, and I know that because of my mentality right now, and I'm trying to pass that along to other people. So
what a vision.
What a vision. What a vision. What a sight. You know, seeing is believing, and I see it. So I believe it. Fact.
Well, it was nice talking to you again.
It was nice talking to you too. You fresh. Man, look at her. Look at her. She stay fresh. You know. Where is the music? Keep that in there. Where is the music?
To me? Me? Well, you know.
Come on, man.
Oh, you know. A little razzle dazzle there.
I'm on your ass.
I know.
I need it.
Why?
I need it. You got it.
Why do you?
I heard it, so I want more of it. Nobody gets a little bit of something that they want, and then that was good enough. If I give you $1, you gonna be content for the rest of your life?
I am working on it.
Come on, yeah.
Okay.
Work on it.
It's coming. It's in the works.
Work on it. Don't take.
She is coming. Okay.
Do not rush. Do not rush. Move correctly. Do not move fast.
I am.
But keep in mind, I'm gonna be hitting you up all the time. So
that's fine. That's fine.
That's facts.
I will love the motivation.
For sure.
But that wraps up another episode of Let's Tell a Story with your girl, Drea Kay.
Wait. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat at ITS_NILLY. My name is right here, hopefully, if it's edited the right. I hope I pointed the right way.
I don't
it's somewhere.
know.
It's down there somewhere.
It's,
you know,
yeah.
ITS_NILY. Follow me on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon Music, all that. Go get my new singles. My new single, Better Than Bad, featuring Maxo Cream. And my new single, In the League, featuring Guap Dad 4000. You know, music videos coming soon. That way. The 5-way. Straight like
the
that.
5-way.
The 5-way.
I like that.
Yeah, I
Speak
like it.
Speak it as it exists.
I love it.
Speak it.
I love it. You know.
Peace out, y'all.